It's literally just unplug some connectors, plug some new connectors in, you're done, undo the battery. Very simple stuff that anyone can do, especially if you can just follow the pictured instructions, right? It's very, very simple. So let me go ahead and show you the tools that we need to get started. So we're just gonna need a 10 millimeter and 13 millimeter sockets with wrench. I'm gonna see if I can't use my little ratchety ratchet, a pick tool. And so we're gonna want this pick tool to be able to undo the connectors. You could also use a screwdriver. You could try to get your finger in there and do it. A lot of times it's too hard. So pick tool does the job, very simple. They say a precision knife too. And I think the knife is just to cut the Velcro. But one other thing I would also add is probably some side cutters or scissors. Just something, if you're gonna install zip ties, you're gonna wanna be able to cut off the ugly end of that zip tie. And then I would also advise, some kind of cold snack, depending on what time of the day it is. It might be a different kind of snack if it's in the evening. Also, one of the hardest things you run into is if you have kind of a lifted truck or a taller truck. My truck's not lifted yet, but I've got 35-inch tires, so this thing's sitting 2.5 inches or so higher than a stock 1500. So it's a little bit difficult since it's so freaking tall. And I haven't even I'm putting a 3-inch lift on this thing. So I'm glad I'm doing this now before the lift is on. So we're just coming in here first and we're gonna remove the negative battery cable on both batteries. So our trucks have 2 batteries. There's a main battery, then we have an auxiliary battery for the stop-start system. You wanna take off the negative for both. And again, that's just a 10 millimeter and just blast it right off there. Easy peasy. Now next up, Holly wants us to go ahead and remove this engine cover right here, so we're gonna have more access to the sensors that we need to get to. So all there is one 13 millimeter little nut back here. Let's see if we can see it with the camera. Yeah, so that dude right there, pretty simple. Now I actually had to get a freaking chair because again, my truck is so tall, I couldn't freaking reach it. So I put a big extension on here and then we should be able to just blast this thing right off. All right, with that cover out of the way, we can see a whole heck of a lot better all the crazy stuff that's going on with this high-tech motor here.